Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So it's been a while since we've seen a video from CNBC Make It about millennial money. Now, for those unaware, this is a series where they follow millennials and see how they spend and sometimes waste their money. And sometimes it's a train wreck, and other times they're so good that it gets me upset because they're doing everything perfectly. But today, we got this video here. It's titled, Living on $150,000 a Year in Los Angeles, California. Wait for it. Millennial money. So since I've lived and grown up in Los Angeles as well, I'll give you my own perspective on this video as soon as you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Thank you guys so much. Now with that said, let's begin.
Having money was the way to, always ensure stability in life, and so I never really wanted to spend it, always wanted to save it and of course grow it, and that just started to become I
love how this guy's walking towards an Acura, and I'm looking at it being like, oh yeah, that's a very reasonable car. And then he gets in a brand new, looks like a Honda Civic. Still a reasonable car though for 150.
My name is Terzel Ron. I am 25 years old. I make about $150,000 a year, and I live in Los Angeles, California.
How did you get this position being an associate producer at 25 years old, making $150,000 a year? That's incredible. I want to know how I did that. From my understanding, a lot of people just graduating college at 22 are lucky to get $40K in the entertainment industry.
I also do some television production in terms of interviewing cast members, things of that nature, and really booking people for digital initiatives, things that can perform really well on digital platforms.
Yeah, it also looks like he has an AP on his wrist, but that could either be a homage, so it's $150, could be a replica, because I don't think this guy would spend $40,000 on a watch if he's making $150. So I just don't see that. So I think it's a homage. I think. Let's see.
So I do work every single day, and I have been working every single day for probably 5 years now. I love it. I love having a strong work ethic. I feel like it's always taking steps towards what I want to be doing in the future, which is hosting a production.
Oh yeah, he'll be able to do that, especially if he's working every single day. That's why he's so far ahead. It's like, people want to say,
oh, but I want the vacation. I want to be able to relax. I want to be able to take the weekends off.
and then they're like,
But I also want to make $500,000 a year.
I'm like, you know what, it doesn't work that way. If you want to make $500,000 a year, you gotta put in the work up front. You gotta be able to sacrifice everything else if you want that goal to look forward to. And you know what, he's doing it. He gets it.
So my girlfriend and I have been together for 4 years. Outside of myself, she is the biggest hustler I know. She has her own fashion brand.
I love how they just cut him off there. He starts talking about her and like, all right, we're gonna end this. She has her biggest fashion brand, we'll leave it at that.
I grew up in a family of 6, and we were all illegal immigrants, so money was not something that we had a lot of access to, and economically things were rough growing up.
That's how he gets the work ethic. He probably saw his parents just hustling, working so hard, and that rubbed off on him. That's what I bet.
I started to really realize that school was the way to achieve more financial success later down the road.
Who else works 3 jobs in high school? It's rare you see the rich kid driving the BMW that their parents bought him at 16 being like, all right, I'm gonna work my part-time job. Now, I'm not saying it's everybody, because I'm certainly making a big generalization here, but you could tell he's got a work ethic that's been around for quite some time.
I moved between sophomore year and junior year. I did not want to go to a new high school and start all of my academic achievement all over again.
Wow, 2.5 hours each way from Queens to the Bronx to get to school. This guy is just a dedication machine. He's just doing it.
All of the hustle paid off when I got a full academic scholarship to NYU. When I was there, I always knew that I wanted to be in television production.
Wow. And he graduates with a double major. There is nothing I think this guy cannot do. Nothing. I still can't tell on that watch. Still can't tell. I mean, it looks like an AP Royal chronograph with the blue dial, but you know what? I don't think he's dropping 50K on that watch.
Most of my expenses with my girlfriend are split 50-50, such as the rent, but we do take different bills. I'm more than happy to pay the entire balance However, my girlfriend really insists on paying half.
You know, I think it's crazy that he has to justify that. And that goes to show you, it's like people will get so upset when they see anything about splitting bills. You know, probably she makes a good income on her own, and he has to say that no, she's insistent upon it, even though if it were flipped, it wouldn't be an issue at all. But look at this, savings and investments, $5,000 a month. Crazy. Rent is $1,650. Very reasonable for his income. Transportation, $589. Gas, financing, and car washes, not terrible. Insurance, $501. That's high, but it's life, auto, home, dental, and medical. Having dental, that could be expensive. Then we got discretionary, $435 with a squiggly. Travel, clothing, online shopping, and haircuts. All right, food, $300 a month, reasonable. Therapy, $150, reasonable. Utilities, $146. Phone, $100. Subscription, $76. It's all good. He's saving so much money. All this other stuff on the left doesn't even matter.
Being that I work from home, I don't have to use my car as often as a normal person. Whenever I'm hosting or interviewing somebody and I have to be at a specific place, that's when I spend the most on gas, and that's when I use my car the most.
Wow, $26,000 on a Honda Civic. Geez, it goes to show you just how much car prices have gone up lately. Gosh, I remember when the Honda Civic was like $20,000 brand new, but I think my perception of prices was really like locked in around like 2005. So everything to me just seems like, oh, that's so expensive now. But I forget 2005 was like 17 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. To me, it feels like that's 5 years ago. Gosh, time flies.
I actually don't have my own health insurance. I am on my mom's plan until I'm 26. I have to pay for a lot of expenses out of pocket still because her insurance is not the best. Luckily, I have multiple reserves of money to pull from if needed.
Okay, $5,000. He'll be able to pay that off in like 1 month. I would say at this point, don't delay. Just pay it off. Don't even worry about it anymore. I don't even think it's worth his mental headspace.
Growing up, I had a lot of health issues, and so did my mom. And seeing these health issues really bothered me and made me realize the importance of having health insurance. I actually grew up missing a tooth in front of my mouth until I was 18, until I was a freshman at NYU. And so I always wanted braces. My family never had money for braces, and I sort of realized that I needed to get that money myself. On top of the missing tooth, I had a condition called hyperhidrosis, scoliosis. I had, battles with anxiety and depression. All of these conditions combined really made me insecure growing up. This really made me a workhorse. It made me develop an insane work ethic.
I mean, look at that. There's always a silver lining to everything. I mean, what he's had to go through has built his character even stronger. And so what he might be, somewhat, I don't want to say is like lacking anything, but what hurts in one area is going to help out another, and that other can overcompensate for everything else. Health insurance, though, is wildly expensive. Dental insurance is just, I think it's a scam. The whole thing is so expensive for everything. But I'm glad he was able to get it taken care of.
So I do try to diversify my investments and not put all of my eggs in one basket in terms of investments. I do have money in cryptocurrency. I've invested, I'd say probably $10,000 in cryptocurrency. That has more than quadrupled at this point. I have investments in Ethereum, Bitcoin.
That's why. See, he's run this bull market lately for crypto, and he's just holding it. So I just hold it.
Seeing the future of cryptocurrency and seeing where it takes me.
What's this? Disclaimer, financial experts recommend diversifying your investing portfolio and only allocating a small percentage to crypto, if any. Why do they need that disclaimer there? This guy's talking about his own experience. But you know what? CNBC is such a big company, they probably have to put that in there because if one person sues, all it takes is one.
I 1,000,000% will not be anything that I am without my parents. I have the greatest parents in the world. My parents have been together for 40 years and they've instilled in me the importance of working hard. And so for next year, I really am going to focus on real estate, and I feel like it's very important for me to own property.
I don't know. If he's buying property in Los Angeles, unless he's able to get a house and kind of like house hack it, rent out a room or rent out a guest house, I don't know if I would. If he's buying a condo in Los Angeles, those prices are so absurd. You're not getting a lot of appreciation with condos, the HOA fees. There's a whole bunch of messes with condos, so that limits him to a house. He's got the money for a house, maybe. But honestly, at this point, I'd find a great place. Just rent there. Make sure it's rent controlled. Your rent's going to go up like 3 to 4% a year. You'll lock yourself in like that. Invest the rest in the market and save up for a down payment eventually. That's what I would do. That's just me. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, and financial advisors might recommend different than this. So don't hold me to that.
I'm not surprised that I am where I am today because when I was 16, going through 2.5 hours to get to school and eating once a day. And even at that point, at 16, I wrote down by 25, I'll be making well over 6 figures. By 30, I'll be a millionaire.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do it. Great work ethic. I really don't have anything to say except you just gotta max out that Roth IRA and invest money elsewhere. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.